Hello and welcome to No Mare Thingus. We have a special No Mare today. Uh Meaning it's just gonna be me. Um Meredith's busy. Meredith went to the woods to watch a bear being born. And I don't know. She seeks thrills. Me, I stay home. When Meredith was going to concerts and shit, I was, also going because I tagged along. But most of the time, I would just sit at home and play Game Boy Advance on emulators. Meredith went to Manhattan for school. As you may know, if you're following her game Perfect Tide station to station, about her life and about how she went to a school in the city. I could have done that too. I got into a school that had a campus in the city, but I stayed at a campus that was on Long Island instead. I don't know. I don't know exactly. We're different people. She likes to go into nature. I don't know. Not against nature. But this reminds me of a time in my life when Meredith was gone because she went to that school, and I didn't actually live in the same town as Meredith again for 22 years. Um and that's what this game reminds me of. This this game, this one right here. What? No, not that game. Damn it. D- d- okay, well, you weren't supposed to see that, but since we're here, Meredith's not the only one who can make a game around here. I mean, if I could figure out how to get that counter to, like, actually follow us, then I'll be able to say I also make games. But I don't. I don't know what to do about that, but I'm working on it. Look how cute it is. Don't get the garlic. Don't get the grapes or the chocolate. Well, that was working, and I guess it went back to not working, but I'll fix it. And I'll also write some longer music for this. Anyway. Nyeh. That's more like it. Oh, this isn't the game I was thinking of, but I'll get to that one eventually. Oh yeah, I already have an 8% file. It's about how far you get in this game before moving on to one of the many other Game Boy Advance games that are worth playing. This game is really good, but I don't know, I actually got like super lost. So it's gotta be like that. If it's a Game Boy Advance game in the early 2000s, then it's Metroid. Kirby is Metroid, Wario is Metroid, Metroid is Metroid. Is there any other Metroids? But yeah, that's how it is. It's like you get fucking lost, but it's because it's all the Metroid engine. Maybe that's not why. I think it's just part of the reason why. But that was like really sad. I'm, you know, serious. Like when Meredith left, like I was, and I was so alone. Like I didn't really have that, you know, really supportive person in my life anymore. And not to mention like the bullying just like seemed even worse then, because like I didn't even have like a cool older sister to like drive me home and get me the fuck out of there. But I guess I also couldn't be bullied by her either. Hey! That is disgusting. That thing kissed me. Oh, it's so cute. Now, I didn't want to waste that. Yeah, Kirby has a cell phone in this game for some reason. He's got friends, but I don't think this is a multiplayer game. Isn't that great? A game, oh fuck. A game about friends. And you don't have any or need any to play. Oh my fucking cute! This is really good. Yeah, like the Game Boy Advance looked amazing. It was 32 bits. Not really. I'm still not totally sure what that means. I just know it's a more powerful. Actually, wait, I do know what it means. What it means is that it can count numbers up to like 32 million or something. And what that means is it can do lots and lots of computations. And it can store lots and lots of variables. See, I know this shit. You know who else knows her shit? Meredith. It's like Meredith was like, you know, I was at breakfast with Meredith, and I was like talking about how I was working on a little game and I want to make the music, and I'm you know, it's not really going well, blah blah blah. And you know, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Am I just overthinking it? And Mary was like, well, you know, I don't really know anything about making music. Like, you know, she starts with like, I don't really know anything about this. But then like a few minutes, you know, like she's been kind of like trashing the whole like giving advice thing. But like then like a couple minutes later, she revealed that she actually knew quite a bit about this kind of thing and could give me some really good advice about it. Like, you know, she told me what I needed to hear, saying like, you know, don't listen to music trying to find like the sound you're looking for. Don't attack it head on. Just like nibble around the edges of your problem by getting to know music and experimenting. And like then she also was like, you know, you have these guys like you have like really like professional sounding music that doesn't actually have any feeling to it because it's not about anything. You have to make your songs like about something. It's like, okay, so you actually know a lot about this. And she's like, yeah, I actually have a musician who I've worked with many times on my games. And it's like, Meredith is just like either she's being humble or maybe she's like me where I actually forget that I actually achieve things. Like there was a time I worked on this game jam. I just went to this random game jam in the 2010s, and I did the art and helped with some of the design and whatnot for a game. You know, I had a pretty big role on the game, I thought. And the game won. It won like 5 awards at that game jam. It's like we had the best game. It's like why don't I take credit for that? I guess because the game is so obscure that I could never tell people where to find it. It was called Asteroid Hater. And yeah, I don't know if you can get it anymore, but I worked on that game and we won awards, and I'm an award-winning game designer. And Meredith is also an award winner. She'll throw an award through your window. But yeah, like that was like something that I thought was kind of funny and also helped solve my problem. Meredith, who's been trashing advice this whole week, and then she gives me the best advice I could even ask for. So, yeah. She's gone, so let's talk about her. It's like, I was in like, I don't know, 8th grade when Meredith was gone. It fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. It fucking sucked that year. You know, not saying like it all sucked because of Meredith leaving. It was just like, that really fucking sucked around the same time that she left. And I didn't even realize how much it was gonna suck. Back in the day, I couldn't get my hands on a PDF of the Animator Survival Kit, so I was like borrowing hers, and like when she went to school, she was like, I need my book back, it's my textbook. And then like I give it back and I felt like I was missing out on my own animation education. Like I mean, I wasn't really. I still practiced and made my own little test animations and shit. But like, man, I was upset that I couldn't go to SVA and like, you know, not like it was actually much better than my school experience. It sounds about the same. Oh, cute! Oh yeah, this is something that I thought was great. Making a really tiny sprite of Heidi to like fade in from the background is like making a really tiny sprite of Mario is also really funny. Like you have like these like this limited amount of pixels to do it. So like it's always a challenge to see if you can make it look like the character with just a few pixels like this. Oh my god, this is cute, but I think I have to give it up now. But yeah. There's a bear being born somewhere. Meredith could not miss it. But this has given me a good chance to reflect on what it's like without Meredith. Like, I don't know, there were some years where me and Meredith didn't really see each other much. There were some times when we were fighting, but not, you know, I'm not talking about that. I just mean like she lived far away, or like, you know, I'd come visit, and you know, it's fine. It's just like living in the same town as Meredith in the past few years has been different. It's like I feel like I've got my family back after not having them for so long. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like having somebody who I'm just like very similar to is important. It's like people don't even realize I have a sister, and she's like an award-winning cartoonist who makes your favorite cartoon from 10 years ago. She makes it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay to be a little bit understated. Even I am, I think, like, you know, Dog of Wisdom is much more famous than I am. And the fucking Two Cakes drawing is also more famous than I am. I see that shit everywhere. It's like a guy is like, he's like, man, that cake looks better than mine. And then a guy with a fork and knife comes over and he's like, holy shit, 2 cakes. It was like, the guy doesn't actually care which cake is better. He's just happy there's two of them. I totally fucking made that. I didn't draw the cakes. Somebody else drew the cakes. But I made the edit. It was an edit of very different cartoon. It was about how like one of the cakes was trying too hard or something. And I just like erased all that and wrote my own joke. It's like, this is how I see it. And for some reason, that post that I can no longer find or even prove that I made it with is really resonates with people. It's like, fuck. That game over? Nah. Any game made after 1985 counts 0 as a life. But yeah, like that stupid fucking image really resonates, and I feel like it's important for me to realize that like I can't choose what will resonate with people. Like I can sort of guess the kind of things that might make Meredith laugh, but I'm not always right. Oh my god, shit. Alright, let's just kill him the old-fashioned way. It's weird because the last time I saw Meredith, I was like learning everything I knew from life, knew about life from her. You know, back in the, you know, before 2002, I was learning everything about life from Meredith. And now in the 2020s, I see her with Oscar and he learns everything about life from her. But that's funny that like I would learn everything about life from Meredith before she went to college. I feel like that's just what it's like to be the first generation raised on the internet. We're already exposed to all of the information, even and especially the information we don't want to see at all. The dress, for instance. It's like this is why everybody got woke, because it's like there's content to be had. Did you know that this, you know, X country was taken forcefully? Blah, blah, blah. Like, did you know that you're living on stolen land? I'm woke now. It's like, even going to college, you won't learn that shit there. You learn that shit on a forum. In between classes. Or during them, when you're at the library. I thought the music in this game was good. The Kirby games had great music for a long time. I would like to emulate some DS at some point. I didn't give myself time for that today. I figured this is the beginning of the Intermera period. The thing is, the Intermera period was 22 years long, just like the Interwar period, which was 19 years long. It's like two very significant things, like World War I and World War II, were actually 20 years apart. And I thought that would be interesting to mention that on the last show, that Pong and Sonic the Hedgehog, for instance, were 20 years apart. And it's like, that's like a massive amount of time. It's like Pong and Joust were 10 years apart. That sounds even more massiver considering that it's Joust. But like, that's 10 years. That's 10 years later. It's like, now there's pixels, there's graphics, there's colors, there's physics. Joust is so cool. And if you saw that little Dog of Wisdom game I was just showing, Joust was the inspiration. Joust and Balloon Fight and Flappy Bird. You know, it's a very, very basic game. But I feel like that's the little bit of thrill that I get out of a game like Joust. I'm very bad at it, but I still get a little kick out of it because you get to do that little Oh, you can even do it in this game. You can even do it in Kirby. You can float. This is the best fucking game mechanic. And in Joust, it's like the physics are even more realistic than this. It's cool. Joust, which is a game from 1984, is mad old. Although I feel like I thought it was even older. But yeah, like think about how it like actually Hadouken. Think about how it actually had physics. Like that's gotta be some advanced shit. If Meredith were here, she'd be agreeing. She'd be talking about how it's cool, and she'd be mad for some reason. I'm gonna keep this. I like this little anticipation before the boss or whatever is coming up. Boss, minigame, auto scroller. Nobody knows. Yeah, I don't know why the game is lagging a little, but I was having some other woes with emulators a minute ago. I was trying to emulate some GameCube shit, and nothing's working. Nothing's working properly. It's all like crundiful. Jesus. I just crushed his balls. Balloon fight is fun. Isn't the background wrong? What you mean? Wonder how the original artists feel. I don't remember what you were talking about. Where did a bear being born originate? It originated in my like autistic child head. Like when we were 7, or when I was 7, I said that like, you know, that music from Tetris Attack is like this it sounds like a bear being born. Like it's like the sound of like a bear's life or something. It's like a bear growing up and like the smiles and tears along the way. It's like, this is the story of a bear being born. Which, you know, we never sang as a song, but now we do. This is probably where I got lost, because I don't know which one of these frickin' mirrors I need to go through. Look at that toothy plab. Alright. How about we play something else? Play something else? Tommy Pickles. Alright, I already have a game in this. But yeah, I just remember Meredith was leaving. Meredith was leaving, and I was playing this, and she, you know, Dad drove her to the city, I think, and then she was gone. I was just playing this and crying. She was probably still downstairs, and I was already crying. Now I'm just like numb to that. Like thinking about it. I don't know. This was after 9/11. So it wasn't like the most shocking thing that could have happened at that point in my life. But maybe, you know, maybe that was part of it. That like world is like going to such shit. and I just lost my favorite sister. No, I don't have a favorite sister. But like I feel like there's a special connection I have with both of them, and you know, it's no offense to my other siblings. I just like don't have that with them. I would love it if they were to like quit whatever they're doing and join me and Meredith and be weird art people and make stupid podcasts. But that, you know, I can't make them do whatever. It's just cool that Meredith happens to also do that. For a long time, I thought Meredith was like, you know, I thought she had stage fright. I thought she was like too scared to go on a microphone or a camera, and not anymore. It like she just does it like it's nothing, which I think is a lot of fun. But like, yeah, I guess I don't think much of it, even though it is kind of scary if I think too hard about it. But like, Jesus Christ, that's so funny. How many siblings? There's 3 others. I'm one of 4. What did I want to talk about? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I watched a video by the Angry Video Game Nerd about Final Fantasy 3. And you know, it's the video actually is called Final Fantasy 6, but in the video he complains about how it still says 3 on the cartridge. I like that Meredith and Oscar call it Final Fantasy 3. He's young enough that he doesn't use the internet or talk to other geeks, so there's no need to explain to him that'll just stress him out. Like he'll actually like have to start calling it Final Fantasy 6 if he finds that out. He's not ready. Let him call it Final Fantasy 3 for now. We you know, when people call it Final Fantasy 6, I don't even think about it anymore. But when they call it Final Fantasy 3, I do. But anyway, Angry Video Game Nerd, you might be wondering why he would make a video about a good game. It was because he had his entire save deleted when he was a kid, and he played it, and he gave up. So that pissed him off, and, you know, he got mad about it for like a second, and then the rest of the video was just talking about how great the game is. And he ended it by saying that it's the greatest game of all time. So that's I like that one, because on one hand he could be just like the Angry Video Game Nerd who's got sort of a small, like a narrow idea of what games are, right? He mostly sticks with like retro games and you know, the memories he has about them, kind of like how we do on our show. He has his own Thingus, sort of. He plays with his neighbor from when he was a kid. But like the Angry Video Game Nerd might be right, even though he has a sort of a narrow view of games. I don't know. Best game ever? What do we think? Of course, Meredith's favorite game is the best game ever. Of fucking course. And my favorite game is what, like the 8th best game ever? I don't know. It's I I don't really have best anything evers because there's if my favorite is Earthbound, it's like I don't even agree that Earthbound is the best game ever. It's just my favorite, you know. What, did I miss something? He did a video about Earthbound that I really like. Okay, yeah, I might have seen that one too. Feel like there's a little bit more bullshit to complain about in Earthbound. I got the treasure, or I missed the thing in the middle. There's a cat in this game, and it's cute. But yeah, I made a little game. It's only one level long, but I I I did that in like a week. I did that in like 2 weeks ago. I said I was gonna make a game. A week later, I have a game. Or like 2 weeks later, whatever. It still feels like nothing because like, bro, like how many times have you heard someone say they're gonna make a game and then it's like years later? Not that they shouldn't rush it, but just not that they should rush it, but like I just feel good about myself. Like I actually did what I said I was going to do. I made a Game Boy game. It's for Game Boy. I tested it on my Game Boy. It works. That is where my mind is now. I think the Switch 2 broke my brain. I think the Switch 2 made me so mad that I made a game. It's like I'm so mad that I made a Game Boy game. I'm trying to revive Yokoi by playing these games. I can't stop playing Game Boy. I have a regular Game Boy that's been modded to have a flash cart. What else do I play? What else was from the Intermera period? Oh right, I have something open. Where is it? Did I play this already? Did I play this last time? Yeah, I think I did. All right, well, fuck it. Oh hey, this one's good. Oh wait, this is a different folder. The Three Stooges? They made the Three Stooges for Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. Played the first two Warcraft. I didn't play Warcraft 1. I'd like to play that though. Holy shit. I've never seen this one. They did port a lot of holy shit. They ported a lot of games from the NES to the GBA. I gotta set my controls, I guess. Nice Comic Sans. This is like the same art, although it's like better. Did they make like a PC version or something? Crawfish Interactive? I assume this is the exact same people. But yeah, like my brother was gone. My sister was gone. It was just me and my twin, and we didn't really like get along too well back then. Felt like high school just like got in the way. All right. No! Holy shit. This version is so crundus, and it's so much better. This is not a Thingus. Well, this game is, just not this version. I guess the Game Boy Advance is a Thingus. Alright, let's see how smart we are. We do. Top goes the wheelie. What did you do? I fucked that one up. So, like, how hard is it to port a game from the NES to the Game Boy Advance? Like, something I feel while making an old system game is that, like, while the limitations are much worse, there's also, like, so much less to worry about. There's, like, so much less shit. Like, how big is this game, for instance? Game is like a megabyte. Like, nothing takes that long to export. I like it. This is the same as the hospital, but now it's the grocery store. It's like, did they just like port the fucking data? Maybe, well, because like there were hackers who just like ported NES games to the Game Boy Advance. So like they probably had shit that did that, and then there was like, you know, like they could just like make it better with better art. Just like swap the art out. Because it feels like they just, I don't know, like I was thinking about making my dog game for a few other platforms. Like, I don't know, I guess they probably would have had to make the entire game from scratch, wouldn't they? Although for this game, it doesn't seem that complicated. It doesn't seem like the same game, actually. Well, no, this is exactly the same. And the art is like the same art, it's just like more details. I feel like this is what the art must have looked like originally, and when they realized how crundus the NES was, they had to destroy it. Anyway, was this game supposed to make you laugh? I mean, I don't know if you want to laugh in public. They might have considered that. What other games did I play in that period? Like 2001, 2002. There was like Crash. Which one? Crash Fusion. Here we go. The Intermare years. It's like the kind of thing that you don't want Meredith to see you playing because, I don't know, she might make fun of you. But you don't care because she's not even here. I guess Meredith does appear on the weekends. Not maybe not every weekend, but once in a while. What the fuck? Where's my slide? Can Crash not slide? Do I have to learn it? Yeah, these Crash games were like kind of crundus. Better than Nundus. like not bad games by any measure, just like they lack that third dimension of the they lack that like, you know, dimensionality, so it's only side-scrolling stuff. But I mean, it, you know, it operates the same as a Crash game, so I mean, it probably would have been good to have portable, but I just emulated this shit. Oh. Yeah, like I could just imagine Meredith standing behind me being like, this sucks. Well, I don't think she would be like that now. I think she'd be like, this is cool. Because it's like, you know, this is the good kind of Crundus where it's like, they actually got the game onto the Game Boy by taking these, by having these limitations. It's like, you know, plays just like a Crash game, just not in 3D. And I have no idea what the fuck that is. Is that Spyro? Was that Spyro the Dragon wearing a mask? I think that might have been the gimmick, that Spyro is like in this. Need to pay at tolls. I can't slide, but at least I could jump twice in the air. I don't know why, but this like this always like rubs me the wrong way. You could jump a second time in the air. I feel like it became obligatory. Maybe that's why I don't like it. It's just like every game has a double jump. It just like makes it a little too easy. Wow. Like lambs to the slaughter. My god, why are they making me kill this many? Lambs versus zombies. No! Oh, wow! I tripped at the finish line. This is not fun. Why not just make it like 15 lambs? Why make me murder so many? And again. I mean, why not give the lambs a gun so I feel a little less bad? I guess they are trying to kill me. Whether or not they mean to doesn't matter. What matters is that I can't move from this spot, so I have to kill them. All right. Yeah, like that's frustrating that like you can almost clear that jump. Oh, yeah, you actually can. Only for real players. What else did me want to talk about? Oh, yeah, so like I've you know, I've been mad about the Switch, but I'm happy to be mad because I feel like this is the attitude that I should have, is that, you know, not that the Switch 2 sucks or anything, just that like it's not the most important thing. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I see. Damn. and that like new games can be made for anything. Not this again. It's just like every time I go back to the gym. Not this again. Oh man, my eyes. Not again. Oh, yeah, but anyway, what? Jesus Christ. That is a creepy avatar. Fake Nintendo on video. Right. Okay. So like, before the Nintendo Wii was announced, this was like 2005. We're getting into the early intermarriage years, and there was a lot of rumors around Nintendo's next console. In like 2004 or 5, they were starting to call it the Nintendo Revolution. And we could only imagine what it is, because we don't know what kind of thing Nintendo is planning, but they've teased it as revolutionary, and the code name is Revolution, and it says RVL on every Wiimote because it stands for revolution. They have the code name on the back for some reason, like the dolphin is written on the GameCube, the DMG is written on the Game Boy, which stands for dot matrix game, and the DS had some sort of code name. I don't know what the Switch's code name is, but anyway, all we knew was the code name Revolution. And in an age where PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 were coming out, and they were giving us not the same old console war, but a new one, a media war of it was Blu-ray versus HD DVD, and the format war, and Blu-ray won out. But Nintendo, as usual, did not get involved, and they were probably right to, because by that point people were probably listening to stuff on iPods instead of on like their PlayStation if they were playing CDs, and if they're watching stuff, they probably had their own DVD player for that, or even just like files on their computer. So PlayStation 2 wasn't as important after the early 2000s. But at one point, between like 2000 and 2010, the PlayStation 2 was like your media center. 2010 or so. Whenever I got the Wii U, that actually became my media center, and the Wii U kind of failed, and it also became very obsolete because of like smart TVs. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I was talking about the Nintendo Revolution. Before we knew anything about it, there was a video that claimed to be a video of it, and this was a hoax, but I thought it might have been real. Like I was kind of convinced by it. I think there's a few tells that it's fake, but even so, it was a pretty impressive video. It was like the Nintendo On, and it's like a VR headset. This was like 2005 when this, 2006, whatever, when this fake video was made. It was like the kind of video that they'd make, kind of like the one they made for the Switch 2, like for a Nintendo Direct. And it was, pretty convincing. It's like, stock music that like, I think somebody was like, here, you can find the stock music here. And once somebody does that, it's fake. But there was other things that made it look fake. Mario looked terrible. They did kind of a, crundy motion capture model of Mario, and like but they did a sample of like what Metroid Prime might look like, and it was, you know, kind of cool. It was like a VR game. But something that I just remembered today, and I thought, you know, I was like, hey, about, like, I got really upset for a second. It was like, there's a part in that video, you know, in this Nintendo console that doesn't exist, where they say you can play games and you can make games. And I realized that's exactly what Nintendo should have done with their latest console, because they've already gotten their feet wet on that with Super Mario Maker. But it's not enough. They need to give us more tools to make games. That's what the gimmick should have been, right? Like I had an idea about like 4 handhelds that connect together to make one mega console, or, you know, one reasonably powered console. But I feel like the real cool thing would be is if they give you a console that you can make your own games on. And, you know, they're charging $80 for games. They're putting their value in their fucking IPs more than ever. And, you know, I don't know. I liked that, you know, everything else about that video is kind of crundus. Like, the idea of wearing a headset to play a Nintendo game seems kind of like overcomplicated, and that's why the Virtual Boy failed. That's why they haven't really done it again. They had like Labo VR, but that's kind of like small tech demo-y kind of things. I don't think you'd actually play an entire game like that, because you'd have to hold the VR thing up to your face the whole time. There's this one Wario game that lets you make the mini games. Oh yeah, I never played that one, but I feel like they should, you know, instead of just making everything open world, they should let you make like your own Mario Kart tracks. They should make your own Mario Kart character, and not just like a Mii Maker, but like something that's like modular, something that's in the Mario style. You know, make it so people can make a penis. I don't think that's very funny or original, but I think if you let people do it, then original things will happen. If you give them the tools. Yeah, a dick-shaped track. That's they had like a dick detecting thing back in the day that they were proud of. It's like I don't know, this shit is so stupid. It's like, you know, people like data mined some DS games and found there's like funny bad words in the game because of like, you know, the code that like takes the word out of the game. Like Dreams on PlayStation. Oh yeah. That was also like a little like maker environment. You know, I feel like they probably made at some point they made a Mega Man Maker, but not Zelda. Why not give us a 3D Mario Maker? Like, well, I mean, they could be planning something like that, but I feel like if they really want to do something good in this moment, they should make all of their shit makeable. You know, the only thing that you can't make is their like newest shit, like Donkey Kong Bonanza. Although I feel like you should be able to make that game in that game, because you could just like, you know, level terrain and shit. You should be able to make, like, look at what you can do in Zelda and like Breath of the Wild and the sequel. You can like manipulate reality. You should be able to make terrain like in Populous. Like, you should be able to make a game. There should be a game where you're just making a game. Like, you know, it should be Breath of the Wild. Like Zelda Maker is you're just in a blank Breath of the Wild, like it's Gary's mod, and like you. Oh hey, do I have Gary's mod? I'd play Gary's mod if I have it. I don't see it. It's $10. Fuck it. Buy it right the fuck now. Hate buying games so much. But I gotta play a little Gary's mod on the stream. Well, while that's downloading, I can play something else because I'm lost in this Crash Bandicoot game, which I guess is also a Metroid game. Let's play some Metroid. There's two actually. There's Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission. This game this game reminds this game is what Perfect Tides reminds me of. But Meredith swears she had no idea about this game. Like I don't know, like I feel like that's just my interpretation of her idea that there's this guy named Adam and he's distant in a way just like this fucking character Adam. Like some people are going to think that it's a reference, and I'm just happy for Meredith that she got lucky like that because that's what I thought. You know, but like I also know Meredith. I know what she has and hasn't played. because the thing is Meredith would always start a file and then she would like go to college. there's at least like 10 games, Mischief Makers, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario 1 and 2. Meredith had a file and it just like was always like level like Kiwi level 1 for 20 years. It would just sit there. I wonder if she's coming back to finish. I forget if we've played. Oh no, I don't think we did. We played Paper Mario on the stream, but it was an emulator. So I don't think we played the cartridge. We should check and see if my saves are still there and if Meredith's save is still there. And if it's still there, she should play. Cause like I remember one time like Meredith was like she had just like recently started a file and like she was like asking me like, hey, I'm lost, don't know where to go. I was like, are you in Toad Town? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, you gotta go to the fortune teller. And she's like, the fortune teller? Like, you know, a few minutes later, you know, a few minutes of talking about that, and I realized that Meredith is actually playing Mario RPG and not Paper Mario. Look, I will not fault anyone for that. That game is still unmatched. Paper Mario pales in comparison. It's thin in comparison. But if you don't compare them, then it's a really good game. I also really love, if I can get that one working, I might not. Let's find out. Okay, Gary's mod is almost done. Okay. Yeah, let me check this one. Oh yeah, I got an error. This probably won't work. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I used to play this game on emulator. I like that jump. Let's see if changing the renderer does anything different. Yep, there's an error. Oh, it's still opened, but it might crash in a second. Let's find out. It appeared for one frame, and then it became like an NES cartridge full of dust. Anyway, that's how much Meredith remembers from that game. So that'll yeah, that'll be what that represents. Oh yeah, so in this game, Samus gets cancer, and her distant AI boyfriend takes care of her really badly, sending her out for groceries, like because like he tells her exactly what she needs to get, what medicine, and like he tells her like the name and the number of the surgeon she needs. And it's like he's very helpful, but he doesn't do anything because he's just a computer. And you're sick, so it's sick that you have to do things while sick. Look, I know it's a parasite and not cancer, but I know someone fucking got cancer to make this game, right? Like somebody had cancer happen to them. Maybe a family member, or maybe one of the people who worked on it. It's like, I don't know, it just feels like it. It just feels like this is what needed to happen to write the story. I guess it could have been any disease, but like I'm calling it cancer because I feel like this is the kind of illness that hits people like this. That like Samus's life was changed forever. I mean, I don't know. She said that they cured it, but like I think like they weren't able to remove the virus. Yeah, like her DNA is different now. It's like this game was made a long time after Metroid 3, Super Metroid. It was like it was like 7 years later. I guess you can't skip any of this. You couldn't skip the last game either. And then they were gonna make Metroid Dread in like 2005, but that just like faded away. And then Metroid Dread really got finished, which was cool. Um, yeah, the spoilers. It's the fucking guy. Okay, this looks fucking sick. There's something crundiful about the Game Boy audio, but the art is so much better than the Super Nintendo. Like, the Super Nintendo sounded better than this. They had like little Sony chips in that. So like, I mean, you know, for the size of this, it's not bad. Mother 3 has a great soundtrack, and even the Crundus can't take that away. But like playing this on a real Game Boy Advance was annoying. It was like dark and going on with the you could barely see anything. The Game Boy Advance kind of sucked actually. It wasn't until the Game Boy Advance SP came out that all was forgiven. Or I guess that just like everything made sense. The Game Boy Advance was great. And it's the best. It's the best. Just like all you need is that backlight. It's like kind of a shitty backlight too, but man, that thing was cheap. That's why I'm upset about the Switch too. It's like they're not making it smaller, lighter, more affordable. But they ought to. They need to. They better. They need to come out with a new Game Boy because I mean I think the Game Boy is almost perfect already, but they've also updated a couple times the Game Boy Color and Pocket and Advance. They could just keep making Game Boys, like come out with a new Game Boy, make a new cartridge that can't fit into the old Game Boy, but it's still a Game Boy game. Game Boy was perfect. Game Boy Advance was perfect. I'm looking at the Switch too and just thinking like, is there a game that this you absolutely have to have this for? Or is it really just like a more advanced Switch? It's like now that Samus has cancer, she can relate to all the other guys with cancer. Vaccines save lives, Samus. All right, thanks, AI. Whatever. Yeah. Explaining how I can absorb health. It's like the other Metroid games didn't have any fucking text. At least after that. Shut the fuck up! I hate my fucking boyfriend, the stupid robot. Is your objective clear? Do I make myself clear? God. I don't know what my objective is. I just wanted him to shut up. That's not what this is about. This is about getting lost until I need to, like, check a map, not talk to an AI. Why are they putting AI into everything? It's annoying. They're destroying the world, and it's annoying. Why couldn't you just do that? Why couldn't you just go like Target? I wanna mod this game to rid myself of the boyfriend. I want him gone. It's like, yeah, like, look, she's even telling you, she's telling you in the early who fucking wrote this? It's like, written by Adam Smith. It's like, yeah, Adam Malkovich. Yeah, same motherfucking guy who wrote, he wrote, Samus to be in love with him. Is Meredith okay? Meredith is in the woods. She's she's camping. She's having a great time in nature. So I'm reminiscing about the bad old days when Meredith was gone. Although I guess they weren't so bad. I at least didn't have her to worry about either. She had her own shit to worry about in her new life. I didn't have to share space or attention with another sibling. It was like I'd been down two siblings. Although you know, wherever Meredith goes, so does the PS2. So that eluded me. But she don't have it anymore. I don't know where it is. Hello, Samus. It's me, your boyfriend. I'm an AI, and you're dating me. There's bio signs. It's like none of this needed to be. Can you like pause and say shut the fuck up? Like the fucking flower from Mario? Why can't I move? Yeah. It's like every time I talk to the robot, he just won't shut up. Yeah, the the Game Boy had a sleep mode. It was awesome. You could keep it in sleep mode all day. You can't turn around midair. Boopus. Yeah. Oh, I have missiles. Hope it's not a falling out. Yeah, she and the bear family are mad at me because they're being bored. How do I get there? I guess I have to have high jump or whatever. But like, it seemed like I couldn't go back. Alright, I guess that's kind of eerie. Maybe I should save. That handsome robot reminds me of Adam Smith, my boyfriend in my dreams. I can't believe I've already gotten lost. I've barely played this game at all. No, it's him. He wants me to talk to him again. Oh, I need attention. Where is my girlfriend? Fuck. Go to the fucking guy room and you ask him to do something. Oh, no. I guess I just... Yeah, I know, but like, there's nothing... My god. Oh, he told me about the elevators. Okay, but like that doesn't help. Alright, I'll just like bomb the elevators. Ah. Probably have to get up there, but like, you're supposed to do. Ah. But yeah, this game is really good. I feel like it's like frondiful a little bit. Just like a little bit because of the Game Boy Advance. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I think it's a limitation, which it is used in like really clever ways. You know, like look at that dithering, listen to those instruments. You can hear how some of the channels are just buzzes while other channels are samples. I feel like you have to like do it in a way where you can't really hear it. The limitations are great. I love limitations. I've been having so much fun making a Game Boy game. It's even more crundus than this. There's 4 colors, and you'd only get 3 most of the time. Utter crundus. But like that fucking guy who makes great pixel art backgrounds was saying that when he did EGA games, like back in the day when they only had 16 colors on their graphics cards, he said that back then he was the best he ever was at making art because he had those limitations. Fuck. Yeah, the X parasite can turn into anything that it's taken over. So it just becomes a Metroid. That thing is what Metroids look like in Metroid 2. Like the Metroids evolve in this game too. But yeah, this is just an X parasite. Oh fuck. No, I'm dying. Alright. Fine. This thing is disgusting. You know, I remember like, oh fuck, I'm out of missiles. What do I do? I remember this period of my life being like, a lot of people in my family were going into the hospital and the hospice and stuff like that. That's what this game makes me think. It's like you're wandering around a hospital. This game is so much not as good as Super Metroid because of that. It's just sad. It's just like dark and like depressing, and there's this terrible guy that I don't want to be in a relationship with, and he won't shut the fuck up, and he's not even real, he's AI. I just want to curl up into a ball and get high. How do you feel about the Switch 2 stuff? It's lame as fuck. I feel like I've been very vocal about how I feel about the Switch 2. That it's just not in line with Nintendo's principles that have always led them to success. It's not in line with Gunpei Yokoi's invention of video games. I mean, invention of Nintendo. They're not really acknowledging that they're you know, I guess it makes sense to make a better Switch, but like, why did they have to make it a separate console? Why couldn't it just be a Switch 2 that runs the exact same games as the Switch 1? Why are they making exclusive games for it if it's just the Switch again? It's like the Wii U, I guess, but like the Wii U was a bigger upgrade. This is barely anything changed. Switch 2 will crash and burn? I don't think so. I think just having the Switch games on it is enough to make the Switch 2 a good console. So it's like already equipped with plenty of stuff that you could play, and there's like a 98% chance it'll run perfectly. They're just not innovating. It's what they're supposed to do in my mind. The Switch was pretty innovative. They made a console that becomes a handheld, and still got like the power of the Wii U, but now it's just like that again. Still looks like the Wii U. The fucking Mario Kart game looks like the same game. It looks like barely any upgrade. I guess this is probably how Meredith felt when Mario Kart 64 came out. This is what she said back in the day. It was like, I remember like we went to, I forget what store, but I think we got FF3 at the Incredible Universe, so that had already closed down. It might have been Toys R Us, but it could have been just like, you know, Bradley's or one of those. And Meredith was getting Final Fantasy VII, and I wanted Mario Kart 64, and I think Meredith thought that if there was anything in the way of her in Final Fantasy VII, it wasn't gonna be Mario Kart 64. I mean, I don't know if that's what she was thinking. I think she still feels the same way, that like Mario Kart 64 is like crundus and ugly, and that Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo is just so much better. And I guess that makes sense. Like, I'm looking at Mario Kart World and thinking it's fine, but like all they did was make everything open world. They didn't really make new shaders, textures, models. Everything looks the same. It's like they added some new, like, I don't know, outfits or whatever. They added like a dolphin. You can play as a sign. You can play as Billboard from Mario Galaxy. You can play as a sign. I don't know, some shit like that. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, you have to really tell me why I need this console to play this game. You need to show me what it's capable of. I feel like I haven't seen that. But yeah, I'm not interested in more power. I'm interested in less power. I'm interested in the kind of shit Yokoi would have come up with. No! It's cold in there. I'm going to do that, like, I'm going to do that at least 8 more times before the end of this stream. But yeah, like, I don't know. I love being a micro mouse fucking idiot playing these games and just like learn by getting lost and getting unlost somehow. I think I made it to a real elevator. Mario Kart World is fine. Jesus. Yes. Holy shit, this is so cool. This is so fucking cool. Oh my god. This shit is so scary. I feel like you can't really get like the right mood of like that like uncanniness without pixel art. You know, like I feel like that's something pixel art is really good at, is like showing something that's like actually like kind of like horrifying, like Samus looking at the screen. Yes, tell me all about blah blah blah. You don't have to explain it. Yeah, I know. But yeah, like it's like, yeah, it is fine, but like why didn't they just release it for the Switch? I don't want to buy the Switch 2, and the Switch can run that game. Like, okay. The Switch can run that game. Don't tell me it can't run that game, because it can run that game. You can make it run that game. All you have to do is reduce the draw distance or some shit. It's not as good, but that'll just make you want the Switch 2, maybe. You want to upgrade it. It's like, I don't know, why not just release it for the Switch? It doesn't feel like you actually need a Switch 2 to play that. It looks like you could play that on the Wii U. It's like, go in a few weeks, like check back every few weeks. Every few weeks, just Google like Mario Kart World for the Wii. Right? Like somebody would have modded Mario Kart Wii to be like Mario Kart World. They would have done a Mario Kart World thing to it, right? And then boom, you'd have a free ass version of it. And it's like, wow, thanks for the idea, Nintendo. Just like every other idea we've stolen. I mean, I guess that's the thing that's hip now, is just like copying Nintendo and like making stuff like Pizza Tower. Especially since Nintendo's never gonna do it. You know, I would love to rip off Nintendo, but only because I don't think they're ever gonna do it. They really should do it, though. They should make a sequel to Doki Doki Panic, because it's one of the best games they've ever made. It's never gotten another game in the same style. It's like Super Mario Brothers 2, one of the best games in the whole series. Also called Doki Doki Panic. Like, they really need to like make that multiplayer. Like, can't they just do that? They can't, but I can. I bet I could before they do. Like, I just want to play that. I don't care who makes it. I don't care who gets the credit or even gets paid. Like, it shouldn't be about someone getting paid. To get paid for making good things. Like Doki Doki Panic again, but this time you could play as all four of the characters at once. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's lazy to think of ideas for another company to do. Cause I don't know, like that's what they want us to do. Like, it's not lazy, it's the opposite. It's work, because people have been asking them to make a new Donkey Kong game for years. Like, I feel like that's what this is. Like, they're giving people what they've been asking for. It's like, maybe there was something about DK64 that like people are nostalgic for, but like they still don't want to play it. So like Nintendo picked up on that and made a game. But I don't think they understand what they really have. You know, like they made a million Zelda games. They won't make even a second Mario 2. Let's just call it Mario Panic or whatever. Super Mario Brothers Panic 2. Fuck. Do you think Samus abuses her boyfriend? This is why he's AI. Because she can't be with another real person after what happened last time. She smacked him with the back of her hand. It was PTSD. You gotta give her a little slack. She smacked him with the back of her hand and forgot that she had a gun on her hand and knocked him unconscious. I'm just making this up. This is my fanfic. I like this idea though. Feel free to turn it into any number of Nintendo inspired series. Yeah, I don't know. That's you know, more of a parody, I guess, but I think it is sort of a compelling backstory. If she only dates robots because she's too abusive. Like, look at me just like not even listening to him and just like screaming at him for telling me what I need to do. And it's like I'm just like taking out all my frustrations on him because you know, I'm dying. I'm also not dying anymore, but I still have that mindset that I'm dying. I guess I am dying when I die. There's monsters everywhere. I mean, this is nothing. This I think of as like groceries. I'm like mad at my boyfriend that I'm the only one who only goes and gets groceries. But like, he's a robot. He can't do that. And I have bombs. Could name 10 indie games with original gameplay mechanics in them, but they don't get deserved attention like the game that heavily borrowed ideas from a popular but forgotten Nintendo game. If Pizza and Anton got their attention, Nintendo might make another Wario out of spite. A game where Wario kills his doppelgangers. He finds like his Wario-ites and he destroys them. There can only be one. Or no, there can only be one. There can only be one. I hear some dudes. No, everybody is a virus. Nobody's a dudes. Yeah, I guess like this game is like I don't know if I would choose this over Super Metroid. Like they made two good Game Boy Metroids, but like you know, they never ported Super Metroid. I feel like Nintendo's like if they like focused on just like remaking their games for weaker consoles like this, like I mean, I don't know why. I guess that would have been a big undertaking. Like feels like it feels like stuff might port more directly from the NES. But I've just like noticed that there's like some like Kirby's Adventure and the original Metroid were ported. So like it feels like maybe there's like something about that it's like they don't really have the Super Nintendo games. They kind of like they didn't really have the Super Nintendo games until the DS, like Chrono Trigger and Kirby Superstar. Oh fuck! Got something in your eye. Yeah, there's also games that are like older than time that have like interesting gameplay, but like yeah, I don't know, like I feel like I liked Pizza Tower. I thought it was cheeky in how it borrowed from Wario. I didn't see it as cheap. It's like it's not, I don't know, it's like it feels like it's trying to just like it's like trying to fit in with a bunch of games that are like almost lost to time. It's like Pizza Tower would be like one of the things that like you get in a multimedia pack with like Jazz Jackrabbit and Jill of the Jungle. So, I don't know. Like feel like the movement isn't actually over of like this sort of idea of what a game is. And it's like if you say like, hey, that's just Wario, then it's like yeah, but it's like I guess they figure like more specifically this is their idea of what a game is. Speaking of Pizza Tower, this would be jumping ahead very quickly, but I would play a little Pizza Tower at the end. Did I just save? Yeah, I just saved. Okay, cool. I could play a little Gmod. Yeah, let's do some Gmod. We got about 30 minutes to go. All right. Yeah, I think I was talking about something when I brought up Gmod. Wait, sorry, I want the chat up. Other Wario game would be needed. I gotta set my controls. Nothing is set for lefties ever. All right, so this is Gary's mod or Gmod, and the name of the game is fun and stupid. There's just like, oh, here, let me turn the volume down just a bit. Wait, like a lot. I don't know if there's music, but that goes down too. Um, okay, yeah, it's kind of quiet now. But like, anyway, you can like do things in Gary's mod. Hold down Q. Uh, yeah, we have to change that. Um, spawn menu. So it's just like to spawn everything. So I don't know, maybe. Oh, the spawn menu and context menu. Mouse wheel down, not undo. Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry. What did I have these set for? Reload and yeah, okay. All right, so I could use page up and down. Oh, there is an undo. Sure, that'll do. That'll undo. All right, spawn is page up. Context menu is page down. Wow, cool. All right, for instance, you could what? Why is it big? Also, how do I no clip? Jump twice, I think. I might need to set that. I don't see it. Anyway, just like do things. Ow. Ow. Like an idiot game with no point. This is what Skibbity Toilet is from. There's a toilet that you can spawn. I don't know. Here. 0 results for oh no, here it is. Yeah, like there's a toilet and they just like made a toilet, put a guy's head inside and had the toilets it had the like head rotate and shit and they turned that into a whole cartoon. Now it's like a worldwide phenomenon. Just some fucking shit that somebody made in Gary's mod. Just like stupid and fun. Make a toilet and kill it. It's just like, yeah, let me spawn a guy and kill him. Oh, he's already dead. Here, let's have fun. Let's see. Gravity gun? No. Uh, hang on. Did I not set page down or scroll down? try that. Doesn't do anything. It's stupid. Is it being used for something else? I don't think it works. Oh, I'm stupid. Here. This is what I want. Alright. Is that working? There. This is what I would do. You could just like Syndrome from The Incredibles. 0 point energy. Pretty cool, huh? Whoa! I saved the best inventions for myself. You can catch. Yeah, he's he was dead already. I forget how you spawn alive guys. I guess I don't need him to be alive. If he was alive, he'd just shoot me. But now I can make him do fun. Oh man, he is unbothered. The best day of his life. Camera. If I hit him enough times, will he turn into meat? They sometimes do, but this guy isn't. He's sturdy. You know, you can spawn anything. I don't know who Gary is, but you know, Thingus hero right there. You can spawn anything from Half-Life 2. Do you need Half-Life 2 to play this? Holy shit! I made a skybox because I do have it. Oh hi! No, he's shooting at me. Nothing personal. Also, fuck you. Where'd he go? Got away. He's just out there somewhere. Or maybe he despawned. Where the fuck did he go? Here, I'll make another. Whoa. Did he also disappear? Oh, he's shooting at me. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's like a ship. Well, good thing I have all the weapons. Good thing I'm stupid and created this world for no reason. So I can choose what happens to you, no matter how much I suck at this game. What a fucking classic Gary's mod. Like I don't know. Like I think, stuff like Skibbity Toilet is actually quite creative. There've been very many videos like that over the years. It's really nothing new. They've been making shit about Team Fortress characters in Gmod since like 2008. But like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. This is kind of what I was talking about, wasn't I? Like the idea of like a creative environment within a game, like a Zelda game, like a Zelda Maker or something, where you're like creating landscape, like you're actually moving terrain, like in the game Populous. The fuck is that? I spawned something because it was cool. I don't know. Ah, there's all kinds of Viv gives can spawn. Time I won't miss. That. I'll spawn a guy to help. That that's not a guy. Oh, it's because I have combine. Uh how do I get guy? It's just like male 01, right? Yeah, just like these people. Like where's the skibbity guy? Just like what are these guys? I guess there is no male 01. Oh, underscore. Yeah, which one is the like the guy? Is it this guy? Oh, he's dead. Here, let me get an alive guy. Characters, the guy. Oh, also dead. Right, right, dead, dead. Well, I think they're mostly just for puppeting, mostly just for fun. You just like you can like hook them by right clicking, and then you can just like freeze them like that, thing by thing. This guy is very late for an important date. Look how much you could do. Just like Gary's mod, you could do stuff that's really funny. People animate with this shit. They puppet characters. They like they just like they're like, hey, Gordon Freeman, what are you doing? Like they're just like stupid fucking garbage, but it's funny. It's like they would make videos with this and Source Filmmaker, which is like a more robust version of this kind of. It's like you're actually meant to make videos in Source Filmmaker, and the shit people make looks amazing. Like they have like a whole cinematic software that they use to make their own cutscenes, and you too can make stuff in Source Filmmaker. Although I don't know how really. I tried once. It's like pretty difficult, I think, to set up a character for Source Filmmaker. But if anyone can figure it out, it's Bronies. I'm sure there were plenty of Brony Source Filmmaker things. Yeah, Source Filmmaker seems like, you know, could legitimately make films in it. Valve did for a long time. I don't know if they still use it or if they have made like a new version of it lately. But it's almost like this. It's almost like Gary's mod. And what is Skibbity Toilet made in? Is that Source Filmmaker or is that um Gary's mod? It's probably just Gary's mod. I have no idea though. I don't know if they must have to mod Gary's mod to make it look like that. But anyway, this is all I'd fucking do. Yeah, fuck this guy. Why do I care that he's hovering over me? There, I could just like bring him closer. How do I blow him up? How do I get ammo? Not that kind of rocket. There we go. Oh, it's just a crate. Yeah, I can't even get anything out of it. Just a prop, damn it. Oh my god, look at the size of these fucking rockets. I still don't know how to do the no clip flying thing. Okay, there's is there a button? Gotta be a button. One of these buttons has to be it, right? What was the button? B. Holy shit, I figured it out. There we go. Now we're flying. It's called flying.
What's wrong with you?
Wrong button.
You disgrace!
That's Reggie. That's Nintendo's Reggie Fils-Aimé saying, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" He's like, "If you haven't gotten a 3DS yet, what's wrong with you?" What else do I want to talk about before the end of the stream? We got about 10 minutes left. Um, hmm. The Switch 2 will break itself if you mod it. Fuck the Switch 2 for that and the stupid game cards not even being cartridges, not even being cards, just being like a thing that lets you download it. Stupid. That makes me mad. Like droopy. You know what? It makes me mad. Um yeah, it makes me mad. And it makes me love the Game Boy. And it makes me love the Game Boy even more because making a Game Boy game right now isn't just crazy. it's dumb, but it's also genius. And I'm thinking it's like, it sounds crazy. It's like David versus Goliath. No. Did David have a Switch too? No, he had a Game Boy. He threw his Game Boy at Goliath. Like, it's all you fucking need. It sucks and it's old. It's like, yeah, no shit. It always was old and sucketh, because that's part of why it's genius. The Switch 2 is too new. Too new for me. And fuck your Switch 2. Rope? Oh, I can connect a rope to him. Holy shit. Click anywhere to... Oh my god, it says R to clear rope, but it's not doing it. He's roped. I need more ammo to shoot him with. I need to draw in the blood. Oh, but yeah, let me just say one last thing. I don't hear the game. Oh, I think I may have just muted it. Because I realized something today that I feel is significant, especially for Thingus, is that when we started the intermare period, we started with Wario Land 4. And when it ended with Pizza Tower. Isn't that ironic? Or something? Moronic? Oh yeah, oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but there's a Daria, there's like a Daria recobbled project. It's like they got like the best quality audio of the show and like re-edited back in the copyrighted music that was taken out. And it's like pretty good. I just thought of that because of Quinn, who's like, that's one of those things. Moronic. And Jane is like, ironic. And Daria's like, no, she was right the first time. Oh, but like, that's crazy that like this game is it came out right before I moved to Philly, right before I moved to be near Meredith and her family, and to do Thingus with her. It was like really while I was playing this game, I was or like maybe right before I played this game, I talked to Meredith about possibility of doing a podcast together. And it's like, I don't know if this means anything, but like this game that held on to this idea for a really long time. You know, like Meredith has this kind of like this feeling a lot that like, you know, not everyone will always be in your life. But then there's situations where like we kind of reconnect and pick up where we left off 20 years ago. And it's like a little bit sad, but it also just like, you know, do whatever. it's like yeah, I'm losing my hair a little bit now, but I don't know, doesn't matter as long as there's an excuse to hang out with my sister. It's like some things you move on from, like, you know, hanging out and playing games together, but other things are like, I don't know, I feel like there's like this family thing, this connection that I'm seeing. You know, it's across generations now. There's like Meredith's son who's seeing Final Fantasy 3 for the first time, and it's like, you know, these games, she makes games, and he understand that his mom makes games. Like, it's just like something normal to him. And it's like all these games we make are sort of like owing it to like these developers that were our parents' generation, and like we're like trying to relive. Not, I don't know if this game truly like relives that past. I think it's just like trying to live in their shoes a little. Like, this is a boomer game, or at least like inspired by, or I guess Xers, because who made all of the games that we play? It was like probably like 19-year-old Satoru Iwata. it was like some 19-year-old from Japan. It was like, those aren't even boomers. Those are Xers. So like, completely anonymous. We don't even have an understanding of their lives through like relating to them through like the people who bought the games for us. Although I guess the people who bought the games for us were like, you know, they had like those big cell phones that can buy gadgets. I don't know. I feel like this game is like really like subtly making statements about this. It's like, you have this dude, Peppino. He's been through some war or something. So like, you can kind of imagine like the attitudes of like the people making games like for PC in the 90s. I feel like that's what this is kind of doing, right? It's like relating to the people who made those games back then. It's like maybe my parents haven't been through a war, but my parents' have. And it's like, yeah, oh yeah, pretty much all of them have PTSD. I was like, that's what defines this dude, isn't it? He has PTSD from probably fighting on the wrong side of a war. I feel like that's why he's so worried. Oh no, I'm a fascist. I did it not so good. I did it so bad at the war. But don't worry, I win in the next one. I show you. Oh no, not again. I fix it in Germany. Next time someone says, I think a lot about the Roman Empire, just say, I think about German Reconstruction. because you don't. I don't know why I'm on this topic. Look, this is just about, like, this show's just about me and Meredith and our weird fixations. It's like these things that we, like, get mad about somehow. like, you know, we see those, like, little dancing fruits and we say cute, like as if we're, like, trying to destroy it with a laser beam by saying cute or something. Yeah, let's see if I have any final thoughts. Just like that this game and the game that came before it marked, like, a really lonely time for me. A 20-year span where I didn't have Meredith in my life. Not permanently like I do now. I guess I didn't realize that it was important to me that some things are worth coming back to, and that's like that's weird because that's kind of what I was thinking while playing this game. It's like this game acts as if Wario Land was not an individual game, but just one step in a whole series of games, and it's like a recipe worth repeating. I was like, I don't know. Reconnecting with an old sibling and being stupid and having fun was worth coming back to. That's weird. It's like, why Wario? Yeah, like that's what I thought about, like, when I was thinking about the inter-Mera period. I was thinking about how it began with Wario Land 4 and ended with Pizza Tower. It's like these games that feel like they came out one after another, but it actually took 22 years. And trying to just, like, not miss a beat with Meredith as we have fun again. Oh, I think I've said it all. Have fun, people. Go to New Jersey and get a gun. Have a good night.